This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
Yes, we're rolling.
Socially distant cheers, Grace Helbig.
Socially distant cheers, Mamrie Hart.
If you guys are listening to this and not watching it on YouTube, Grace and I are still recording together. We are each other's quarantine buddies, but we are putting more space in between us to make y'all feel comfortable.
Yeah, well, we've seen your messages about, the concern and making sure that we're following all the guidelines, which we are in every aspect of our lives. We've also just been doing our podcast once a week with each other since before and right when our quarantine was established. So I feel like you're my one person outside of Elliot that I've already been exposed to. Yeah, you're my other woman.
Totally. So if I get Chip sick, he's going to be like, what the fuck were you and Grace doing?
Exactly.
No, this is a new setup for us, but we want to keep this coming, even though, let me just say it, doing a podcast about your just daily life when you've not done anything and have about 38 steps clocked on your phone is a tough scene.
It is a tough scene. Also, I will say, and this shocked me, that my time on my phone has gone down like 30% daily.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know if my phone could tell that I was anxious and it wanted to just provide me some comfort.
You feel good.
And it was like, your screen time has been down 38%. And I'm like, oh, wow.
That's massive.
It is massive. And I don't know if it's me just with the anxiety, not wanting to look on my phone as much and looking and then opening up. And it feels like, one of those prank canisters that the snakes jump out at you. So I haven't touched it, but now I'm like, okay, that's, I guess, cool. I'll take that.
Well, at least your screen is clean.
Yeah.
Y'all, Grace just showed up and had a Ziploc bag of those alcohol wipes.
Yeah, I did.
For me, which is at this point gold.
That's like a real true. You gave me a shirt last week, which I'm wearing today, and I love very much. So I needed to return the favor in some capacity.
Well, I appreciate that because I immediately ripped one open and wiped down my phone, and I love the smell of those things.
It's kind of like the way you enjoy the smell of gasoline. Where it's like, this shouldn't be something. They don't make candles out of this scent, but somehow I like it.
I'm the same with skunks.
You like?
I mean, that's some real critter corner shit right here.
Wow.
Is sometimes
you are a real Pandora's box.
I'm full of surprises. Sometimes like a real stanky skunk.
Yeah.
Well, it'll smell like weed.
Yeah, true.
Like, and now that Chip and I live together, I do not know if it's skunk or his weed, but sometimes it like smells like coffee. Like there's
you think skunks smell like coffee?
Like a burnt coffee.
Oh, the burnt like sulfur kind of smell.
I truly feel like I might be the sommelier of skunk.
You might be.
I like picking up notes of cherry and wet grass.
I had a thought the other day that we're all in our own homes and we're all the same way you get used to your own body smell, so you can't tell sometimes if you have body odor.
Yes.
I'm like, our houses must have a symphony of smells going on that we're totally accustomed to.
God.
That if anyone walked in, I'd really am curious about a stranger coming in and just being like, just tell me 3 words to describe what you smell right now.
A virginal nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like those commercials of like, what is it? There's this one commercial where it's like, you smell this, but your guests smell this. And it's like the whole couch becomes a cat.
Yeah, that I'm like, we might be living in just a terrible den of the grossest smells of all time. God. But I think it's fine.
Speaking of scents, I saw my friend Julia Rozzi posted a Nextdoor app from her neighborhood.
Yeah.
On Twitter the other day, and it made me laugh so hard that I grabbed it to say to you,
what?
It's the subject, and this is for our neighborhood, is do farts carry COVID? Sincere question. The body of it is, I smelled a really bad one at the Echo Park Farmers Market on Friday. Definitely wasn't one of mine. I started freaking out and I can't stop thinking about it. What if, it would just be my luck. Any medical professionals out there able to put my mind at ease? Thank you. I loved it so much because it's like, it's definitely not mine because
Yeah, your own. You're familiar with the
gross.
way, how your body makes bads. But I like the big thing that was like, I was in a totally crowded area, touching products that everyone else has touched, but someone farted and I'm worried that's going to give me COVID.
Totally. That I just accidentally ate some of their farts.
Yeah, I've been putting things in my mouth that I touched at a farmer's market, but the fart is what I'm most concerned about.
Oof.
I love it.
Oh my God. I went to the grocery store yesterday.
How was that?
And it was good. Grocery shopping now feels like we're in The Handmaid's Tale.
Which I've never seen, but I feel like I understand it very much.
Like in The Handmaid's Tale is the one place that the handmaids kind of can like sneak talking to each other. Like they'll both open a freezer door and like so the guards don't see them talking, or they'll like go reach for the same tomato and like, you know, it's their little underground talk.
Right.
And that's what it felt like. It was like, look at all of us shopping.
I know. And I went to a Rite Aid like a week and a half ago. Who knows what time it is?
It's an illusion.
But it was one of those things where you're walking down, looking down the aisles, and someone else is on the other end of the aisle, and both of you kind of make eye contact.
It's
of like,
chicken.
Do you want this aisle? Because I'll go down the other one. I'll let you have this.
So crazy. That's the same with the dog walking. It's like, who's going to cross the road?
Oh, it's great for me because when I walk Goose, who's a very aggressive dog, I've been walking her like I've had to be socially distant since I've had her.
Beans has been in quarantine for years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a very crazy story that happened yesterday that I have to tell you because Elliot and I haven't told anyone yet.
I'm fucking terrified.
I mean, it just adds, it's
no.
not helping the anxiety, but everything's fine. I'll start with everything is fine.
Grace came in here and was like, I've got a story to tell you. And I'm like, roll the fucking tape.
I know, because it's nuts what happened. Everyone is fine, but I was yesterday having a normal day thinking, oh man, okay, I'll set aside a couple hours tomorrow to make sure I gather stories for the podcast and look through the internet. And it's like the afternoon, like 5 or 6 o'clock. Hannah asks if if we want to play Scrabble with her. So Elliot and I sit.
Love it.
We start playing Scrabble with her. It's real casual. We made ourselves some THC cocktails.
Cuties.
Oh, it was like the perfect end of the day. And then I suddenly hear my neighbor scream.
Stop it.
I look out my window because our houses are probably like 100, 200 feet apart from each other. Their entire garage is up in flames. They're screaming fire.
Oh my God.
I can see it out my window. I start panicking. I'm like, oh my God, Elliot, there's a fire. He looks out. It looks like their garage is projectile vomiting fire.
Holy fuck.
Everywhere. I turn into a cartoon character. I just start running around the house
getting
going,
buckets of water.
Well, I'm like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Their garage is off the street and it's next to my carport. And then like the entrance, my front gate is right there. Everything's made of wood. And so we're looking at it. It's so massive, so aggressive. And like our exit from my house is like right next to their garage.
Like
basically.
you can't get out.
So I'm like, what do we do? What do we do? Okay. I grab back. I'm like, we gotta, because we're looking at it for like half a second in shock. Elliot, to his credit, stays so calm the whole time.
He seems like he would go zen in an emergency.
He was so calm. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. Meanwhile, there's like, you know, giant, massive flames. And
he's being the dog meme.
Yeah.
With flames around him.
That's literally what
everything's
we said
fine.
After this. We're like, everything's fine and the world is burning behind us.
Don't mean to laugh.
So no, it's so crazy. And I'm like, okay, that's too big. They can't do it on their own. It's going to get on our carport. It's going to like, your brain moves so fast. I run around, just start grabbing bags, putting things in it. I grab Goose, who now can tell that we're frantic and she's going nuts. So I like grab her collar or her leash, put it on her. And like, I run out to the front gate. My neighbor across the street has like a hose out. Everyone's got hoses out trying to put it out, but it's so massive that I put Goose in my car, which is parked in front of my house. I throw all the bags in. Elliot grabs his car, moves it away from the front of the house. We try to grab a hose because our neighbors are like, do you have a hose, Grace? And like try to grab a hose, but it's not reaching. Meanwhile, the flames hit the power lines. They start coming down.
My God.
They start sparking everywhere. And Elliot like looks at me. He's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And I get in my car and I like reverse it around the corner of the street so I can still see. Because at that point, I'm like,
you're like, is your house going to burn down?
Exactly. I'm like, okay, well, the house may burn down. And I grabbed
insurance
some stuff.
Exists.
Insurance
and we're
exists.
okay.
And I think the guy is leaving our Palm Springs rental tonight. So we're just drive straight down there. In my head, all of this is working while like the fire trucks get there. And I'm like, in my mind too, trying to figure out what the like protocol is. Like, should I be still there trying to help them with a hose, which isn't doing anything? Meanwhile, my neighbors, it's like 4 brothers that live together and they work in production. So their garage is just full to the brim of like chemicals, equipment, tools, everything. Like
their entire livelihood.
Their
of
entire
flammables.
livelihood. And everything. And it's like things are sparking. Like they might have fireworks in there. They're like farm kids. I don't know.
Yeah, those motherfuckers definitely have some Roman candles.
Yeah, there's things sparking everywhere. And so we're now watching from a distance. All the neighbors are like coming out of their house and like looking at it. The fire trucks are there. Everything. We're just like watching on my Citizens app on my phone. All these alerts for it are going off of videos that everyone is taking.
How quickly did the fire trucks get there?
They got, in my mind, they got there so quickly.
Yeah.
They were there within, I guess, like less than 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I don't even know. Time is weird in the quarantine, but then when your neighbor's garage is on fire, there's no sense of time at all. I'll show you this photo. It is the most insane looking photo. Meanwhile, also, mind you, we were in the middle of playing Scrabble with Hannah. So I have all these texts from her being like, you guys there? What's going on? And I was like, be right back. And she's like, oh, the game.
You put in the words fire, emergency.
And I'm like, I can't text her that this is happening because then she'll be like, this is a crazy thing to text someone. And so I'm like, be right back. And then all the texts when I get back are just like, the game timed out. Oh, we'll play later. Deal with that. And I was like, because my neighbor's garage caught on fire. Everyone's okay. Blah, blah, blah.
Wow. Y'all, let's face it, we've got a lot of time on our hands. So why not get our brain cranked up and have a little fun with a game called Best Fiends. That's right, not friends, fiends. I love a puzzle game, and Best Fiends is like my little oasis of fun that I can take anywhere. And I do mean anywhere. Yes, I do play this occasionally on the toilet. Do not judge me. We've all done it. And since everyone in the house is using the internet and slowing it down, don't worry. Best Fiends does not require the internet to play. Also, it changes every month. They add new levels, new characters, new events, so that way it doesn't get old. It keeps changing with you. I personally have a favorite Best Fiend. He has got the best hair in the land. His name is Bam, and he lives in a strawberry patch, and he's a pink caterpillar. I'm telling you, these characters are cute as hell, and you know I like cuteness because you've seen my dog. The one thing I will warn, though, is once you start playing, you are going to not be able to put it down, and also you'll probably get other friends hooked on it. Best Fiends has thousands of levels already, and with new levels, events, and characters added every month, it's hours of fun right at your fingertips, and remember, you can play offline. With over 100 million downloads and tons of 5-star reviews, Best Fiends is a must-play. So download Best Fiends for free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. These are fiends, babies.
This week, we have support from one of my favorite companies, HelloFresh. If you guys don't know about HelloFresh, get ready to be educated. They make cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. They're America's #1 meal kit. They have seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients that get delivered right to your door. And you can get everything on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with their quick recipe options. They have pre-portioned ingredients, which means that there's less prep for you, less food waste, and you can change up the meal plans whenever you want. You can add extra meals or lunches to your weekly order, or you can throw in yummy sides and desserts like garlic bread or cookie dough. And I just want garlic bread and cookie dough right now. I love HelloFresh. Anyway, you guys can now get 10 free meals if you go to hellofresh.com/TMGW10 and use code TMGW10. You get 10 free meals, including free shipping. Listen to this one more time. Go to hellofresh.com/TMGW10 and use the code TMGW10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. Whew.
It was so nuts. They put it out, and then we're just like around the corner. Goose is in my car, just screaming her head off because she's like, what's going on? And we're like waiting because, again, I don't know. I'm like, should I go up to the firemen? Like, I don't know what to do. I wanted to make sure that all
of her service or what?
Well, also make sure all the neighbors, like I thought one of them might have been in the garage and like that something happened. Because I was like, are there ambulances? Like, what's going on? There were no ambulances. So everyone was okay and accounted for. And then they finally like get it all out within like a half hour, I would say, of us just all kind of like watching from a distance and me trying to make out like if it's gotten to my carport yet and like what, like the dominoes in my head of like what would catch and what would go. And in my mind going, what the fuck did I actually throw in my car to take with me?
Well, that's a good mental check of like, okay, I was in a possible life or death.
Yeah.
What did I find to be most important? Like, was it your wigs?
No, it
was it just bags of chips?
It was. I know, right? We finally like get back and we ask if like the guys are like, you're clear to go inside. So I just wanted to get Goose back in because she's a little time bomb herself, freaking out. Also, like, all the neighbors are out, so everyone's kind of talking with each other.
And people haven't seen each other in a million years.
No, everyone. I'm like, we can talk about this, but like, sir, move.
Like, I will spray you with my hose.
Right. And people are asking like whose house it is, and like because people all kind of know each other up there. And this one older man who's so nice is like talking to Elliot and I, and I'm like explaining that I live like right next door, and he was like, oh man, wait, which house is yours? I was like, the one right next to it, next to the brothers. And he's like, oh, are you a blogger?
Oh, no.
It's like,
oh, no.
As I'm like looking at the house.
This is not what you want right now.
I'm looking at my house being like, flames are still there. I work on YouTube. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Very cool.
Did he recognize you, or has he seen you walking around the neighborhood talking into a camera?
Probably that, because he explained where he lived. And I was like, oh, he lives in the house that has definitely seen me shoot videos in my kitchen and like been drunk by myself with a giant ring light on.
Yep.
And so at least he has some context to that now.
I am so glad you're okay.
Oh, me too.
And so
it was so nice.
It didn't take down the rest of their house. They're just their garage.
No, just their garage in front of their house. It like was basically kissed up against our carport the whole time. Didn't touch our carport. It's like so insane. It like burned up all of our trash cans that were in between our garage and their garage and our carport.
Some people burn trash anyway.
Right.
I'm from the South.
There you go. We go back inside and then we have this awkward moment of like, what do we do?
Do we go back to our Scrabble game?
Do we go, like, we went outside and the firefighters were still there, and like one of the girlfriends of the guys was there, and I was like, are you guys okay? And she said they were all fine. No one was in there. They don't know how it started. She said the garage door opened by itself and like something sparked.
Ghost fire.
Oh, it's so crazy. And then we just looked at each other after like 20 minutes of just sort of wandering around the house, like accounting for everything. And then we were like, do you want to finish Scrabble?
Yep.
And we literally sat down and like tried to play Scrabble, but both of us are just silent.
Another THC cocktail.
Yeah, and both of us are just silent. And I was like, I have nothing to contribute. He's like, I'm in shock. I'm in shock right now. I was like, well, thank you for staying calm the whole time. He's like, yeah, you almost like total panicked. I was like, I was just thinking like, what stuff do we need to get out of this house? And he was like, yeah, I realized in my calm, like it's amazing to me that I responded the way I did. I also, though, in that moment thought, I got to make sure the PlayStation's turned off before we leave. And he's like,
it's the craziest thing.
He's like, I couldn't believe I had that thought. And then this morning, because like we left all this stuff in my car, because I was like, I don't even feel like going out front and like looking at everything because I don't know what to do, like courtesy wise for neighbors.
What do you
like,
do? Leave a casserole?
Right. Do I give them space? Do I like, I don't know. And so he went out this morning, Elliot did, and grabbed a bunch of stuff from my car. And I saw that I had thrown in I just recently bought new podcast mics, a Zoom, and a farmer's dog food for Goose. Yes.
Non-spawn.
I know. I put a giant frozen block of dog food because I was like, okay, I have to keep us alive. Here's our laptops.
Yes.
Here's my wallet. Here's a charger.
And of course, my podcast mics.
And my podcast mics.
Is that why you were asking about teaching us how to do it remotely?
No, this was before all of that happened.
This is pre-fire.
This was pre-fire when I thought the only thing I had to worry about was teaching you how to use this soundboard.
Yes. Grace, I'm so glad you're okay.
Shit.
My
Yeah.
God, what an adrenaline dump. It's like you don't already have enough anxiety coursing through your body just by existing in this moment.
Oh my God. It was such an anxiety dump to the point that like both of us are still like walking around
On
today.
edge.
And I'm like, are you, he's like, anxious? Yeah, I have, especially because now, and I'll show you the photos of it on fire because Elliot took one photo of it on fire. Holy shit, it looks so insane. And I took a photo on my way over here of like today, what it looks like. It looks so scary.
Oh my God.
That you also, because we're all quarantined, when a chaotic situation like that happens, I kind of want to leave for a day and be able to like clear my head of it
but
and let them
that's what you want to do always.
about everything. Any little bit of conflict comes up, I'm out. But now we're just like there watching them like clean up and
rebuild. They will rebuild.
They will rebuild. But it was a nuts few hours that came out of nowhere. It was wow.
Did you know that when I was in college, my sophomore year, my floor caught on fire?
No.
Well, okay, there was this arsonist.
Okay.
I think there was someone who would like get drunk and like play with fire in our lounge.
Wow.
On the floor, like on the sixth floor of Granville West, which was a super cool floor because
it sounds like a CW show.
Yeah, Granville West.
Yeah.
It was like the nice dorms that full disclosure, I paid a little extra to stay in.
Get it.
But freshman year, we were stuck on like an all girls floor where no one partied. It was an all girl academic floor.
Okay.
Where like they just put 4 girls who didn't request that in one suite together.
Oh, so they were like, okay, we fill up this floor, but you guys at least will.
So we were like, yeah, cool. Put the 4 girls who want to party and hook up with boys. Yeah, it was terrible. They called it the Virgin Vault. But so we requested 6th floor west the next year because that was the floor the basketball players lived on.
There you go.
And
upgrade.
then they changed that after like 40 years, the year we got there. Anyway, there was a person who would set stuff on fire and, but it would always be like nothing really happens. You get like the alarm goes off. You have to go walk down all the stairs. Everyone's out there in their like pajamas, still drunk.
Yeah.
But this time it happened and I was like, oh yeah, here's another fire drill.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll barely wake up and open the door. It was full of smoke and everyone was just crawling. Oh, they had set the whole like study hall on fire. We were crawling out. No one got hurt. It was all good.
Wow.
But in the most collegey stoner move of all time, we got shirts made. We got shirts made
about the accident.
That was like, someone going up a fire ladder that said, I survived the 6th floor fire of like 2002. And then on the back it had all the survivors' names.
Oh my God.
And then of course it said, we blazed. So we made it a weed smoking shirt.
Oh, you've been doing this your whole life then.
My God.
Yeah, quite a night.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm so glad they're okay. It was, and then you go back and you run it through your head 10,000 times. And you're like, Elliot just goes, I think we handled it fine. Like we could have stayed there and pour more water from a hose that doesn't work very well. But he's like, the one thing I do regret is kind of yelling, Grace, we got to get the fuck out of here in front of them while they were putting water on the fire.
I mean, it happens.
I wanted to, they
protect your neck.
Right. And also our road is so narrow that I was like, the best thing I could do is make space for the fire trucks to come.
See, if this had happened to us, like Chip would start having me run drills.
Oh yeah. Well, no, we got back to our house. We immediately went on Amazon, ordered like fire extinguishers, like every little thing that we didn't already have. Also, amazing kudos to the fire department that showed up, put it out, and like went on with their way so professionally,
Firemen,
so quickly.
who knew?
It was so impressive. I was shocked because in my mind I was like, this is so aggressive, this fire. There's no way it's going to burn all these homes.
Yeah.
And here we go. And now this is what I'm going to be dealing with for the next few months.
Did you ever... This only happened like twice in elementary school, but did you ever have the fire department come and they brought their tiny house?
No. What? Okay. So many questions.
So like tiny homes.
Yes.
So I remember there was twice in elementary school that the fire department would have kids experience like how to get out of a fire.
Oh,
and
through like a tiny
We'd
home.
like go into, it was like the second floor of this tiny home, and they would have this like fake smoke come out, and I remember being really nervous.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what if I'm asthmatic? like what if I learn right now? What if it's
none of the boys will like me if I can't breathe?
It's like basically a fog machine. I was like, I'm freaking out, man. I was like, there's literally nothing to be. Yeah. But you'd go up there, they'd do the smoke, and then they'd walk through of like, if this happened to you in your bedroom, first check the doorknob to see if it's hot, like all that, and then you'd escape. But it was like it was the best day.
Really?
It was the best day. I was like, I can't believe.
I do feel like we didn't have to that extent, but I do know that we've been taught to check the handle. That's like the only thing that I know is.
However, I feel like in a real fire, I would just grab it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I grab
Your adrenaline-
pans out of the oven all the time.
Oh, I grabbed a bag full of other pocketbooks and was shoving things on top of it.
You're
And I
just
was like,
nesting dolls and pocket books?
yeah, then I was like, oh, at least in the event that my home burned, I would have lost my passport, but I'd have 4 purses that I never use. Thank God I'm prioritized here.
I had a pretty crazy thing happen to me this week.
What?
I bought a soda stream.
Look at, I know you've been holding this. You've been holding this glass with
I've been
carbonation in it.
I've been drinking out of hurricane glasses just to
Yeah.
make life, like hydration, a little more festive.
Yeah, you're doing spring break right now, Mamrie style.
I got a soda stream because we always have a bunch of flavored seltzer, but I like plain.
Yeah, you
And
do
I go
like plain.
through it. And so this makes it easier. But this is how hard up I am for anything happening is we live streamed on Friday.
Yeah.
And I was drinking off frame because I didn't want you guys to see I'd gotten a soda stream. Because I needed something to talk about. That's how like hard up I am. I was like, oh, you guess what, guys? I need to save it for the podcast.
I got a soda stream.
I gotta save it for the podcast. It's been great.
Oh, yeah. Has it changed your life?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You know why?
Why?
Because I feel like seltzers have very differing bubble content, carbonation.
You can adjust it on your soda stream, right?
Exactly. Like Chip likes a Perrier. Perrier to me is still water.
It tastes like a little Perrier. I don't mind when I need like a hangover little carbonation. I don't want to go full seltzer, but it does taste like a flat seltzer.
No, I want a seltzer so powerful, I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
You want to burp as you swallow.
Yeah, you know when you get a burp stuck and you're like, this is how I'm gonna go out.
Yeah.
I'm dead right now. That's what I want.
Wow, you did it.
Cheers.
Good
Non-spawn.
self-care. I ordered this week a pottery making kit. And, yeah, and a candle making kit.
Wait, like a wheel or
A
like
little
clay?
wheel.
It's a wheel?
A little wheel. I think it's for children. But I saw Colleen in one of her videos saying that for her son, she ordered all these like fun things because we're gonna have to stay inside way longer. And I was like, I'm a child. I would enjoy all of these things she just said.
I want a pottery wheel.
Yeah, so I ordered 2 of them because Elliot had been talking before the quarantine that he wanted to take a pottery class, like for real. And so we were looking into it, and now I'm like, well, let's just do it at home. And then I bought a candle making kit, but now I'm very nervous about fire. So
Right, yeah, that's
I'll just do it for the scents and the making of it. But
you know, I got another kitchen item.
what'd you get?
Pizza oven.
Wait, yeah, I saw you post this, but wait, I thought you had one already. No,
No.
you have an air fryer?
I have an air fryer.
Okay.
I pretty much have any gadget you would need besides a dehydrator.
You're basically that section of Bed Bath & Beyond that has all the kitchen gadgets.
Oh yeah, I've got like a smoking gun thing.
Yeah.
But I slid into the DMs
There you go.
of a pizza nice place. This is one. Remember I told you I saw Zoella,
Yes,
the
and
British vlogger.
Yeah, and you wanted to have your own pizza making.
So I DM'd her and I was like, what was that brand? And she told me this one and they sent me one and I am fucking stoked to
Have
make
you
some
done
pizzas.
it?
No, we just
Okay.
set it up. We're going to connect it to the gas and we got like some pizza dough and we're going to make pizzas tomorrow. But
Nice.
they sent this book with all these gorgeous recipes of, you know, like fig and prosciutto
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. Prosciutto. And I show all of them to Chip and then Chip looks on his phone and he goes, oh, hell yeah. I was like, what? He goes, I just found a recipe for elementary school breakfast pizza. And I was like,
What?
I guess like there's breakfast pizza
I
in
heard
public
of-
school.
Oh, okay.
But that's what he was excited about,
Wow, that makes sense.
as opposed to my gourmand expertise.
You get the best of both worlds happening.
So I'm really excited, but then it got me thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like stuffed crust is overrated / they've gone too far.
Well, what are they up to now? Because
The collective they.
yeah. What is the stuffed crust? They identify as they. What are they up to?
Well, you know, originally when stuffed crust came out, I
Yeah.
was like, this works.
I was so into it. It was like elementary school when it came out. And when we went to Pizza
Yes.
Hut, I remember it being like
A splurge.
Yeah, it was like Christmas.
It was absolutely, I mean, when you got to go and upgrade to that, it truly was. I remember I played softball when I was little.
Yeah.
And after the games, this one girl's grandparents would take us to Pizza Hut and get, do you remember Bigfoot's?
Yes.
The 2 foot long pizzas?
Yeah.
So they would get like 4 of them for the team.
They're rich.
I was like, those are the richest people I've ever seen them. In retrospect, it was probably $50.
Right.
Like once a week.
Way cheaper to feed all of these kids than for them to have separate dinners.
100%. I was like, they're rich. But same with stuffed crust. It was like, what?
Yeah.
Look at us. We're doing okay.
Good luck with your regular bread.
Regular crust.
No.
But so I was looking because I'd recently seen they did a crust that were all pigs in a blanket.
Yes, that's what I saw recently. And because you can like kind of like take it off, right?
It's like a pull and peel, like a monkey bread.
Yeah.
But so they had pigs in a blanket, but then I was like, what other shit have they put in the crust?
Yeah, what are they doing?
First of all, they've done one that's one long hot dog. And it makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I realize, I don't know if this has a name, but I need things to end. Like if something goes on forever, like even like credits on a movie or something like that, like I need it to end. It makes me nervous until something ends.
You know what? Movie credits make me kind of anxious too.
Right. Think about the idea of like a magician pulling scarves out of their mouth and it
never
doesn't end. That gives me so much
Dude,
anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When we went and saw Star Wars in Japan, and like, no offense if it's offensive, but you know, sometimes you just gotta leave.
Yeah.
And they stay for the whole credits in Japan. I think I told you this. Everyone is dead silent, stays for the whole credits, and then gets up and leaves. And I was like, there's 5 million like designers, stunt coordinator, like the credits went on for like 20 minutes.
Oh, see, I would have a panic attack from that.
Well, then you do not need this hot dog pizza.
No, that's why this pizza already in my mind, I'm like, no, I need some separation between slices.
But they've also done ones that, remember, they were little cheeseburgers?
Oh, yeah, on the crust.
It's like, why? Just let us order some sliders.
Right.
And the pizza. Why do they have to be like rubbing butts?
Yeah. Also, at that point, the pizza just becomes a plate for the burger.
Yes.
It's not a part. These are separate things.
Well, in Australia, they had it where it was like basically a plate, and then they had tiny meat pies.
On top of the pizza?
Yes.
Well, see, I don't consider that pizza necessarily.
One time, Pizza Hut did a tater tot crust.
Oh.
Just little tater tots you can pull off.
See, I like that. I don't know why that's okay for me.
Because they're individuals.
Right.
If it was one long fry.
Yeah. No. Burn it. I know how to put out the fire. Burn it.
You just go, I need things to end.
I need to know that there's an ending. I need to breathe.
Wow.
More than ever these days, I am looking for ways to stay healthy, on top of my game, super wellness oriented, and good thing for me, I discovered Care Of when they decided to become a sponsor of this show, and I absolutely have fallen in love with it. I have never been good at taking vitamins. You gotta open so many child safety bottles. I'm just really not good at that. But Care Of comes in these little individual daily packets of vitamins that are biodegradable. Don't worry, it's also good for the environment. And everything you need is right there in one package. You take a simple online quiz that has questions about your diet, your health goals, your lifestyle. What are you trying to do? Do you work out a lot? How much sleep do you get? Are you trying to get your hair, skin, and teeth looking good? You answer a few simple questions, it's easy breezy, and the next thing you know, the geniuses at Care Of have sent you exactly the vitamins that you need. The best part is, we got a deal for you guys. Come on, in this economy, you gotta have a deal. So for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code TMGW50. That's for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com, enter the code TMGW50 and get that sweet deal.
I heard a funny story about my mom told me about my aunt that she had a couple surgeries before and moved to an apartment that's on the bottom floor because she can't do stairs very well right now. So before all this happened, she's older, so she was like stockpiling like everything for her apartment so she wouldn't have to leave. And then like quarantine has happened. She lives in New Jersey, and my mom was saying that she had already bought all of this toilet paper just because she wanted bulk of everything in her house, you know, so
Good
she
for
could
her.
do it. But she's left it in the trunk of her car, and now she's too scared to take it out during the
make the move?
daytime. so our neighbors won't see. So she's been going out in the middle of the night to get her toilet paper out of her trunk and take it back into her
Roll by
apartment.
roll.
I was like, oh, that's so sweet. But yeah, I can see the idea of not wanting to be like, hello, I'm overrun with toilet paper. Don't mind me.
We've officially had to move on to tissues. We don't have any toilet paper.
We did. We have one roll or one pack of 4 that we haven't opened yet. That's how efficient we've been with toilet paper. But talking about getting all those like electronics wipes that I forgot that I had ordered. I got a package the other day and it had 10 boxes of individual toilet sanitary bathroom wipes for you. So now we have like thousands of individual bathroom wipes.
Oh, how not eco-friendly.
Not eco-friendly at all. Totally forgot I ordered them. Thought I maybe only ordered like 3 of them.
To no one's surprise, my Trump toilet paper clogged my toilet.
Because it's not meant for
meant for actual use, but
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But
Yeah.
the only toilet paper I could get was those individually wrapped Scott rolls.
Yeah.
That are terrible.
Yeah.
And poor Chip used it the other day. It's gonna kill me. He was just like, my butthole can't take this one bite. He's like, I'm sore. And then I said, can I talk about that on the podcast? So I got permission.
You got permission.
I got it. A release from his butthole.
Oh, that's very sweet.
But no, we've moved on to tissues, which has been like a treat.
Yeah, part of me feels like they should package toilet paper like tissues because you're way more conscious of like just taking one.
I've been to public restrooms where they do that, and it was like almost like a napkin dispenser.
Yeah, exactly.
And totally, you're not like doing the whole making a mitt.
And if the roll falls off, then you're like, oh, do I just use all of it or have to re-roll it back onto the roll?
Oh, wow. We are onto something here.
Well, because my toilet paper holder in my bathroom is on a slant and I can't get it
Mine
to
is
fix.
too. I can't get those nails in there.
And every now and then I elbow it off the wall and then it rolls away from me and I have to slowly, and it's so demoralizing.
Wait, do you have to like, you haven't wiped, you have to like walk
I have to
over and
waddle
get
over, get it, and then like slowly put it back together. And there's something so shameful about the whole thing.
It's like when you used to have cassette tapes and it would mess up in there and you'd be like, oh, I gotta crank it. This is gonna hurt my finger to crank this tape back. That's you with your toilet paper.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But anything. No.
Speaking of little treats, I am officially Laura Ingalls Wilder from Little House on the Prairie. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Did I add the Wilder? Is it just Laura Ingalls?
Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Is that-
Yeah.
She was a 3-namer?
Wilder. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, I just remember I barely watched that as a kid or read any of the books.
Yeah.
But that it was like, it's Christmas time. I got a penny and an orange. And like, for some reason, like a piece of fruit was like her whole. And this morning I was like, I'm going to have me an orange. And I was like, what kind of little house on the prairie, Oregon Trail shit is this I'm living in now?
Oh, 100%. My bar for like what I consider treats is so low that like I have stuff that I found in the back of my closet that was like gourmet snacks from like holiday gift packages that people send you.
Yes,
and
like sausages.
No, not like Hickory Farms.
Oh,
not
okay,
that.
okay.
No,
I was
like
like,
you
why
know,
would
like
you hide
gourmet
those?
crackers and like gourmet little chocolates and all
Cheese
this
straws.
Yeah, exactly. All this stuff that I was like, I feel bad throwing this away, so I'll just put it back there. And I found them the other day, and now I'm just letting myself have little bits of chocolate,
Treats.
and I feel like a little mouse in my own home. That's
gotta
just
have
sneaking
treats.
in. You gotta have treats.
I mean, tissues on the butthole and a morning orange. It doesn't get more decadent than that.
No, I will say that the one kind of comforting thing the other day, I was walking Goose and there was just this couple. I like live on this hill, so there's these like little back kind of off-road areas, little trails that you can go through. And there's this one trail I take Goose on every day, but it's in this little valley, and across the valley where this couple out of their car. They brought their car down this dirt road, and they were in the middle of the loudest argument. It's like 11 a.m. and they're just screaming at each other like, well, fuck you. No, fuck you. I'm going to fucking walk home though. And I'm like, you can't walk home from there. And they're just going for it. There's 2 other people that were walking on the trail that had just stopped and were listening to, and Goose and I were just sitting there listening. And I just kept wanting to nod my head along with them, being like, I get it, you guys.
Quarantine breakup though?
They clearly drove out of their home home to go like out in nature for a second and then just screamed it out. But they're in a valley, so it just carries everywhere. So everyone in all the surrounding homes can hear every part of it.
It's surround sound.
It's full surround sound.
It's like putting a phone in a solo cup.
Yeah, exactly that. And I just was like oddly comforted by their aggression. I felt like living vicariously through their screams, being like, yeah, I get it. But you guys, it's not about each other. The world is doing this to you guys.
Jeez.
It was, man.
I had an overheard while I was waiting to go to the grocery store. Did I tell you they only
Yes.
let a certain amount of people in at a time?
Yeah, and they're doing different hours for people over a
I
certain
love
age.
that.
Me too.
I was talking to someone about that the other day. I think that should just be a thing.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on the podcast.
I'd rather not have to
Yeah.
navigate around a slow poke.
Yeah. But Elliot, went to pick up a prescription and they've taped down everywhere that like you have to be, 10 feet apart from each other everywhere.
But I was waiting and there were two guys in front of me. They were not social distancing enough, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. But the guy goes like, have you, the first thing I hear is I hear him go, well, glasses are like crutches. You're not supposed to wear them forever. You're supposed to fix your eyes. And I was like, go on.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I read this book about eyesight. Uh-huh. And he goes,
you're going to say about ISIS.
About ISIS.
Connect the
about
dots.
eyesight. And you know what? You're actually like, your body is supposed to be able to like fix your vision. And I was like, this is good.
So like your bad vision is like a common cold.
He's saying it's a mental thing. It's not an eye thing. And then he goes, yeah, like there's all these different exercises you can do. I'm like, what is happening? There's all these different exercises you can do to make your eyes stronger. Wow. And he goes like, if you rub your hands together really fast, it builds up like electromagnetic energy. Like I forget because I always said, and then he goes, and then you just do this.
You cover your eyes with your hands?
And then he cupped his eyes and he goes, the electromagnetic field will help your eyes. And I was like, this motherfucker is crazy. And then finally the guy at the front is like, okay, the next 10, and we start moving, and I realized the guy he's been saying it to has a walking stick.
Oh my.
He's telling a blind guy he can fix himself. I was like, this is too much.
So, and also that man's not social distancing because he sounds like one of the people that thinks it is a giant hoax right now.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
He thought if you rub your hands together and then stick it over your eyes, you'll help heal your vision. I was like, well, I am getting low on contacts and there is a quarantine, so
it's worth a try, guys.
While you're insane, I might be doing it.
I might try it because what's the worst that'll happen? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, I spread the corona to my eyeballs.
Right,
directly.
exactly. A new fun way to get the Rona in your eyes.
Yeah, I feel like this is the time that anyone and everyone is just saying whatever they want about everything.
Totally.
All the time.
All filters off, baby.
What a treat. What a treat. Oh, I saw a video that made me feel so nice this afternoon of medical staff applauding the cleaning staff at the hospital. Oh, it warmed my heart. Like that's my go-to like Xanax for this. My anxiety about this is watching the videos of people cheering on like medical professionals.
Totally.
And then watching the medical professionals cheer on the cleaning staff and they're just crying. Oh, so sweet.
I love that.
God.
Have you watched anything great in the last week? Because of course everyone is just like, talk about Tiger King, and we did a little bit.
We did. Everyone's talking about it. So what
There's
new
nothing
stuff do
to
we
say
have
except
go ahead. There's absolutely nothing to contribute to this conversation. I have some thoughts.
Go ahead. Have you seen the side-by-sides of Tiger King's, Joe Exotic's first husband, the one with like 3 teeth, with Dave Bautista?
No. Oh my God.
It truly looks like a before and after meth ad.
Wow. Or like
I couldn't
veneers.
place. I couldn't place how. But like a veneer ad where you're like, they just blacked out his teeth.
He looks so familiar the whole time.
It's Dave Bautista.
Wow. That really, that makes sense.
Like I feel like Dave Bautista, if they did an actors portraying these people movie, could be his moment where he like loses 100 pounds of muscle and plays.
It's his like Christian Bale.
Exactly.
I did see that. Why am I blanking on the girl from Kate McKinnon is supposed to play
Carol Baskin?
Yeah, in a limited series. I just saw a headline. I don't know how true it is or if it's what people are wanting or if it's actually happening, but I was like, that's fantastic. A dream role, truly.
Wow.
Yeah, so I saw, I saw that someone posted a photo of Joe Exotic and just said, "This is a real life Lisa Frank folder."
Yes.
And then Lisa Frank drew Joe Exotic in her style.
I saw that photo. I didn't know if Lisa Frank actually did it.
No, it's a photo, and then she did a Lisa Frank's like drawing animation
Amazing.
thing off of it. And then I tried to look up stuff about Lisa Frank because I didn't know.
She's mysterious.
She has nothing about
She's
her.
very
out there.
mysterious.
Yeah,
I know. There was a minute there where I became obsessed with like writing like the Lisa Frank story.
Yeah, because I also didn't realize that she's an actual woman. I didn't know if it was just a name for a brand or if there was a person behind it. And yeah, her Wikipedia specifically says she is notoriously private.
Yep. I'm going to start making dinner reservations with Lisa Frank's name.
Right? I mean, now all I want is to know more about her.
Did you know that tigers, if you shave them, their skin is still striped?
Really?
So hence the saying,
Tigers-
you can't change a tiger's stripes.
Tigers never lose their stripes?
You
or
can't-
something?
I think
Zebras never lose their stripes. I don't know, guys.
I think it's just you can't change a tiger's
Yeah.
stripes.
Sure.
Is the saying.
Yeah, that like you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Now, my favorite thing to do now is whenever Elliot and I are watching anything that has any animal in it on set, like Joe Exotic's off to the right, off frame, like
It's so
coaching
good.
this animal.
Did you see Doc Antle, the picture with him and Britney Spears?
No, I saw the Twitter headline that said that he wrangled a snake for her
Slave
performance.
video,
Yeah.
I think it was. Oh my God, it's crazy.
They've been everywhere. Did you see Kelsey Derrig has a photo at the
Doc
Great...
Antle.
Yeah, the
so
cats
crazy.
thing. It's so nuts. And apparently they're now reinvestigating the case and all the
I
people
know.
associated with it.
It's
And surprise, surprise, Joe Exotic loves that he's famous.
Oh, loves it.
Yeah, of
He's in
course he
jail,
does.
but he's friggin' loving it. He's answering fan emails. Also, sorry, I'm getting Beans naked. She's literally like 800 degrees right now.
Yeah,
she is a pizza oven.
She really is.
Oh, you know what they sent us with the pizza oven?
What?
One of those guns that you can point to see how hot stuff is.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah,
That's
Chip did it to my forehead yesterday when I was like, "Do I have COVID?" And he did it, and I was like, "If a neighbor peeks in right now,
It looks like you're shooting me
you
in the
look
head.
like with like a laser too."
Yeah. It's
He
like,
got it in my eye. It was a mess.
but does it actually tell your body temperature?
It said I was like 90 degrees.
Oh,
like
okay.
it was off.
Well,
but
because I was going to say, I don't have a thermometer, and maybe that's the way to go
yep.
if they're not already overrun in the
Gotta
stores.
do it. Gotta
Oh,
do it.
Gosh. Wow.
Oh man, you know what? I went on Twitter and asked for subjects, but I'm almost like, do we save them because we'll have
Right.
even less to talk about next week?
That's true. I'll just tell you how the rebuild on the garage is going. Also, it's very like to find lightheartedness in any of this. Watching people now walk by, like everyone's going on walks.
Yeah.
So walk by the garage, everyone's just mouth agape looking at it because it looks like they were cooking meth and it blew up.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy. But yeah, we didn't get to any of your questions, guys. Sorry.
No, we'll do it later. Since I went to the grocery store yesterday, tonight I'm doing like a faux like steakhouse dinner.
Ooh.
So I got him like a filet mignon, you know,
Nice.
meats and stuff, and then I'm gonna make cream spinach, which I've never done,
Nice.
and potatoes, and try to like make it
Are the
nice.
scallop potatoes coming back?
You know, when I had to get all our foods that will save, you know, I got 4 things of Betty Crocker scallop potatoes in that tub right now. I'm going to use
That's
fresh
the Holy Grail.
potatoes. But here's what I've noticed about this quarantine is in my head, I was like, maybe I should like draw a menu and have him choose and then eat. I've realized that this quarantine is making me 8 years old.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm gonna be like, welcome to my fake restaurant. Would you like to see a choreographed dance?
Exactly. Just I need some affirmations about my performance right now, please.
I feel like I'm like 2 seconds from like doing a dance recital and charging for fake tickets.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
You know?
I think that's a great idea.
Maybe.
It's a possibility. Yeah, I have big plans to turn an old toilet into a planter this week.
Oh, we
So
talked about it.
It's happening. My succulents got delivered right before I got here.
It's
so
a big deal.
yeah, now I just I need something to distract me from the smoking hole that's next to my house.
Yeah. Do you know the house that burned down? It's right
Yeah.
beside that lady who has that toilet planter.
Yeah, we're living in opulence on the hills.
Truly, Joe Exotic.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, well, we did it.
yeah.
We'll get to your questions and stuff next week, but
In the meantime,
I think it got weird.